Ah, 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 ah. Ta-da! Okay, first off, I like to start by saying please excuse the very, 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 very loud noise that you hear right outside my window. I will close my window, but then I'll be so freaking hot. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But even if I close the window, you can still hear it. I don't know. Hold on. I close my window, and yeah, it's still very loud. You can still pretty much hear it. But this is the best I can do, as it's literally right out my window. Okay, so as you can deduce from my intro, and probably from the title of my video, I am now doing a 2 marker and 3 marker challenge in this video. So for the 2 marker challenge, I had, and by the way, I didn't think I mentioned this before my other video, I had them close their eyes and blindly choose my colors. So this one, the 2 color challenge, was chosen by my little sister, my younger sister, whatever you want to call it. They have their own videos. I'll put a link for them too, by the way. But I had her on the video before. My little sister Jessica, younger sister. She chose my 2 colors for the 2 color challenge, and here it is. That's so hard. Another color. Close your eyes and pick another color. Orange. Okay, you see? These are the 2 colors you picked for me. Wow, black brown. Oh, brick brown. Okay, thank you. And here it is. Here are the 2 colors. Ooh. Okay, so stop now, but it's gonna come back on. Ooh, so itchy, and I think I'm bitten by mosquitoes. Oh, that hurts so much. So this color's automatically, I think, fall. It's like, look at this, the colors, these fallish colors. So I'm gonna make an illustration with these. I have a swatch. So I'm gonna make I just want to see the color, how the color looks on this paper. I made a whole swatch list of this paper, of this marker, not this paper. So yeah, brick brown and vermilion. These actually look very similar in color. Probably faded a little bit, but yeah, this vermilion and brick brown. There it is. So yeah, I think these colors will go along very well with each other. And just in case, let's test out that theory. I like to use the chisel side when I'm testing it out. I don't know why, but I do. Although I don't use a chisel much when I'm actually coloring. Oh, here we go. Oops. It doesn't blend much, but it does make a nice color when it overlaps. Like a deeper, darker brown. And it's here to, or a lighter brown. So yeah, that's something I could work with. Ish. I will probably bring in my alcohol. Where I put that. Yeah. So I'll probably have to bring in some alcohol, extra alcohol with it to get maybe more, I don't know. I gotta play with it more and to see what happens, and I'll be back in a sec as I'm still scratching itchy stuff. Okay, so for the first one, automatically again, I thought fall, and when you think fall, you think leaves. And then when I was looking up leaves, there was a tag that says rain. So I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, wet. You're wet and there's leaves all over you and stuff like that. So, and it seems very cliche, and I originally thought it was going to be a woman, so yeah, extremely cliche. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this all the time. So I was like, why not do this with a man? And then, you know, I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Leaves, wet, whatever, with a female. So I was like, male virgin. Okay. And as I was, well, I didn't get to the sketching part, but I was pretty much, I did a quick thumbnail, and I knew that I had to use dilute I was going to dilute some. I didn't really think too hard about this. I didn't went through so many thumbnails. I just went with the first thought and went with it. I pretty in the end I really liked the end result, but going back to what I was skipping to, as I was doing this, I was thinking of like what I told my cousin before, like you should measure out your stuff so you could, so when it translates to the final, it'll be a exact copy, so you know exactly how to measure and how the distance is. I didn't do that in here, but then I realized, you know what I meant by you should measure, you don't need to measure your thumbnails. Just a square and whatever, and you just transfer it. But when you're doing your sketch and transferring to your final, it should be exact replica. Because like I like to draw small, like really small. Well, not really small. I like to draw smaller than what the final would actually be. I feel more confident. It's easier for me to draw in color that way. That's just me personally. But when I want to blow up to a bigger picture or whatever, or extend it to a bigger final, if I want to like make that sketch bigger, I will make sure I measure out that sketch perfectly and then transfer it to the final drawing. Does that make any sense? But not for thumbnail sketch, because it's like really, really tiny and just doing something really quick. So it's like, I don't know, at least for my thumbnails, you can barely make it out. But for the finals, but if you're doing a initial sketch and then you're doing a final, you should measure out your sketch to your final, the measurements. If you're making your final bigger, make sure you measure your sketch, the ratio to your sketch is the same. That make any sense? So yeah, but for this one, but as I was saying, also about drawing small, this is like, isn't it maybe enough to some people that may seem like a very big sketchbook? I could just fill out the whole page. But for me, even this sketchbook that I'm drawing in, well, technically not sketchbook, this marker paper I'm drawing on is a 9 by 12. Yeah, 9 by 12. So even this is like big for me, so I even draw even smaller. And you think, why don't you just buy a smaller marker paper? That would make more sense. Also, I like to draw borders within when I'm drawing or coloring. It just makes it easier for me to put that drawing on paper, if that makes any sense, to have a border in my paper, like a border within a border. It also kind of makes your drawing interesting sometimes if you go outside the border. Sometimes I didn't do it in this one, if you could probably tell from the sketch. But yeah, so that was but yeah, so I like to draw borders within my paper. So I like to buy paper bigger than I will usually draw or color, and then shrink my drawings on the paper. Like I draw like halfway on the paper or a quarter or whatever that paper sometimes. But I like to go the highest. I usually like to go 11 by 14. And I still would like to draw smaller than that on there. But that's because like back in when I had school, you had about 18 by 24, and I would draw in a very tiny bit of my corner of my paper, and I have a whole bunch of paper left to draw on, which is why I still have a lot of 18 by 24 papers. Most of them are like drawing papers though, so yeah. I should do more drawings, like just plain charcoal drawings, maybe on here, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, but quickly wrapping up about what I'm doing with this. So I did a sketch, and when I was doing a sketch, it was very hard for me to figure out that muscles. So yeah, it was very hard for me to figure out the muscles, because I was like, wait, this doesn't look right. Where's the deltoid? And I'm like, my deltoid is very small on him, but I think it worked because of the angle, and I didn't want it to be too big, because if I make it too big, it don't look awkward. The length, the width, it was right, like from his neck, the shoulder and neck width, length, whatever is right, but from the arm to his chest, like the shoulder length, is that correct? Does that make any sense? Like how wide the shoulder should be. I don't know if that was the correct. I was still struggling with that until the very end, but I didn't want to do like to concentrate too much on it. Like, but I was trying to retrace and trying to go from my memory of how muscles and the bones look like, and then the pecs. I'm not sure if that's the correct term for those muscles. I forgot what the correct term for muscles are, but that, and I remember the tripod, not tripod. That's where you pull your camera on. The muscles in the back that looks like a triangle. It starts with tri. But that muscle is because it'll peek out a little bit from the neck. I'll say, does it peek out how that muscle shape from the back shows in the front? You know, all that muscle work and memory. I was just basically going memory. I didn't do much research or reference. I didn't look at much reference. I was just basically going memory of how much times I've been drawing muscles and looking at muscles, so on and so forth. So yeah, and then I still couldn't get it down to the T of how I would prefer or would have liked it to look. So whatever, I just went with it. And then I had to do the reference for the hair because the eyes, I like how the eyes look. That's one thing I would say. I like how my eyes came out from the get-go. The hair, I had a little difficulties, like, because I wanted to do wet hair, so I had to be mad. I was about to do fluffy, my usual hair, which would be fluffy and windy. I'm like, no, gotta be on the face and down the neck. I don't know if that conveyed until the end. And I want to do the hair with the leaves, like the leaves are coming out or integrated. I think it just got lost in translation in the end. But I tried my best. I'm surprised by the skin. I like the color of skin. I'm not sure how well it worked in this final full drawing. I mean, again, I said I liked it. I hope you do too. But as I was saying, it was a challenge more than I would thought it would have been or be. I don't know. But anyhow, so yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna switch off. I'll be back for the second. Gabby voiceover will be back for the second challenge. Alright, I don't know if you can see the whole thing clearly, but here it is. This is the 2 marker challenge. Hope you like it. It's not bad, right? So okay, so now I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so the next one I'm moving on to is the 3 marker challenge, which I believe was chosen by my father. You pull, yep, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. So yeah, here it is. Here's the 3 colors. They're quite primary. The yellow, blue, and the pink. So yeah, pink is still primary. It's just a lighter than red. It's gonna be very vibrant. It says vivid pink. So yeah, I'm just gonna get my swatch sheets out, and maybe, I don't know if it's a good time or not to say, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, hit the notification button. There was something else I say. Oh, please, if you really like what I'm doing, support me on Patreon, share my video. And here we go, Milo Vivid Pink. Yeah, that's a very bright pink. But the Indian blue is pretty good, and the yellow is a standard yellow. It's a deep yellow. So I probably could get some good shades out of it. So let's test these out. See if I can overlap them. Get how much more colors I can get out of this. And hopefully get inspired by the color. You can see that. So I feel like I should get a lot of like overlapping colors. Just these. Oh, okay, here we go. Kind of tough to pull out, but anyhow, let's do this with pink and then yellow. Oh yeah, that makes instant orange. I should get green too, right? If I put yellow and blue, I should get a nice. Oh, that's a very nice green. Okay, so what's next is pink and blue. Should give me purple, right? Let's see. Yep. So I get like so although I have 3 colors, I have all the colors, almost all the colors. It's more blue than purple because I guess it's not the blue is harsher. So yeah, but I get a nice green with the yellow, and I get a pretty decent orange. So I have a good set of ideas. I'm gonna get something to eat because I haven't eaten the whole day, and I'll come back and hopefully I have something. 3 marker challenge. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I had no idea what to do, what I was going to do. So I just went out on the prompt app, and I just went whoop and just choose whatever prompt I land on. Basically, like I save a whole bunch and then I scroll down and just whatever prompt I land on, that's the idea I was going with. And the idea I landed on was somewhere between Demon King and something else. I actually don't remember, but I choose Demon King. So yeah, here we go. That's what we're going with today. Now, the good thing with this, the chosen markers, the markers that was chosen for me, they're all primary, so I can make a lot of colors. Downside is that they're primary and I can make a lot of colors. If you don't know, I mean, you'll see as I go through the coloring in the drawing. And since I was making a Demon King, I was thinking of should I make it male, should I make it female, and I decided to make it a child. Gender doesn't matter, it's a child. And I want to make a cool pose, so, you know, sitting with an axe. You won't see the axe later on in the but I just want to point out that what he's holding is an axe. So yeah. And I really like the pose and the design when I did it. And if you haven't realized the theme, I'm going with the color pencils. I'm choosing the color pencils by what the majority of the coloring is going to be. Like for the last one, it was pinkish red, so red color pencil. For the last one was brown and orange, so brown and orange. This one, straight up blue. Forget the pink and yellow, straight up blue. So yeah. Where was I going with this again? Oh yeah. Okay, so the problem came with the coloring. These colors are so highly saturated, especially when you compare it to the drawing right next to it. The two colors, because I desaturated a lot using alcohol, so it looks so much lighter in comparison to the 3 colors. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these colors. And the thing is, Milo by itself, just the whole set is very saturated colors, and the colors were chosen was very saturated. Vivid pink, which is very bright, saturated yellow, Indian blue, all very saturated colors. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's the down point. That's where the down point came in. And as I was coloring, I'm like, oh no, it's starting to look very muddy. I need more whites. So instead of coloring the chair, which I really wanted to do in the thumbnail, now I'm thinking about it, the thumbnail also looked muddy. I should have realized it then. I decided to leave the chair white with like coloring yellow around the chair. Leave his shirt white, and that's it. And everything else is just colored. But the chair is a big part of the picture, so I don't know. I'm going back and forth. I mean, I'm gonna leave it because I already colored in the background, which is why I regret coloring the background first. I was like, if I didn't color the background, I color the chair, and it will still have enough white because the background and the shirt would balance it. Okay, you can't see me, but I'm rubbing my forehead. So yeah. So, and since it was very saturated and so much colors, I had to come in with the black outlines, and I did more black outlines than I thought I would have to, because I didn't just lay the colors shine on their own. No, I overlay them even more. Okay, you can't see me still, but I'm shrugging right now. So, and then I had to come in more with also this part where it's cut off. I come in with the whites and I hit up some white areas and add a lot of shine. and I think it worked. And the only downside is that I really like this sketch and drawing. I'm just not sure on how much I like how I colored it. I think there's a way to color it. I just went around about it the wrong way. I also really like the skin. The thing is, I think the one thing I will not change is his skin color. I really like, since he's supposed to be a demon king, I really and I really like the skin color and his crown. It's the two things that I really love about the illustration. And his eyes, the pink eyes, works. It just does. So those are the two, yeah, two, maybe three, two things definitely: the crown and the his skin. I wouldn't change. Especially with how I did a shading with the using the green as the shading. I really like that part. Well, technically it's not green. I had blue and it turned green because it's yellow. So yeah. So now, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go out and you see both of them side by side in all its glorious moments. Thank you for watching. Gabby voiceover out. So here they are, side by side in all their glory. The 2 marker challenge and the 3 marker challenge. What do you think? Which one do you prefer like more? 1 or 2? 1, 2 or 3? Misspoken. 2 or 3. Anyway, that's it for today. Have one more to go. 2 more family members, but 1 more. So 2 more challenges. But 1 more video like this to go. So until next time. Bye!